Hello, people. It's that time. It's that time again. It's that time again. It's that time again indeed. Hopefully everyone can hear me loud and clear this time. It's that time again indeed. So, there we go. There we go, we're sorted. So, welcome along everyone to my live YouTube stream. My name is Danny C. And let's get down to business for what is round 3 of TJ's Formula 1 World Championship. I hope everyone is all well out there. And I hope you all had a lovely weekend. What have you been doing? So let's get straight to it then. So for today's menu, I'm going to be providing you my driver perspective of the Belgium Grand Prix. So I'm going to run you through the format of what's going to be happening for today's race. So what's going to be happening is that there's going to be 60 laps of the Belgium Grand Prix. So obviously it's going to be like about a long race for sure. Welcome along, Skins. Good to see you, buddy. I hope you're well out there. And then there's going to be 15 minutes of qualification, and then of course once we get to the 15 minutes of qualifying underway, then obviously then we get into the 60-minute 60 lap race, I should say 60 lap race of the Belgian Grand Prix. So you would need to use the medium soft tire, so it's going to be interesting to see about how it all pans out. And I've just come on literally an hour ago, and I had no practice until this point where I've done I studied how the tires are going to behave. So other than that, we're looking set to say that to me, well, because because in Formula 1 they run 44 laps, and then obviously it should be like a 44, not 60 laps, which sounds like a lot. So I don't know what was going off but yeah. So I hope everyone is all well, one of you. So I'm gonna be without me teammate that is Shadow, as he's gonna be missing this one. Well, so he got some stuff to do, whatever he's on with. So yeah, why not? So and then for tomorrow as well, is the final round of the Jimmy Rogers British Touring Car Championship, and it's going to be an interesting championship climax between the likes of Clay Jackson and Shadow GT. So there we go, just like how it should be, because we thought that we were going to be doing 60 laps. Now the race distance as it should be is a 44 lap race. Apologies for that for those who just tuned in. So but yeah, so what's going to be happening is that there's going to be 15 minutes of 15 minutes of qualifying, and then of course there's going to be about a 44 lap race around the circuit to Spa-Francorchamps. So last time out I got closer to a podium, and this time, well, obviously should be get a better chance to finish on the podium with me McLaren teammate who is absent. So obviously that there's going to be some quality drivers, especially Yep, who's currently getting himself ready, as he's been winning 2 Grand Prix, 2 races since the beginning of the season, and with a fastest lap at each to his name. So let's have a look at it, shall we? So we've got Owen in the Ferrari, and then we've got Full Send in the Nigel Mansell livery from the IndyCar days in 1993, and then we've got Hippie, who is also in the SF 23 as well, along with his Red Bull teammate Drew Bitt, who's obviously doing the formation. Good luck to you, Yep. Welcome along, buddy. I hope all is well from your end too. So this is Yep, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, who is currently leading the Formula One World Championship, who ran it that's run by TJ. So there's going to be a 12-minute start before the qualification gets underway. So we got a newbie as well, who's coming into the grid in the Renault 2018 Formula One livery. That Carlos Sainz and Nico Hulkenberg ran at that time, and then you see Dark Mark is obviously in the Ferrari helmet. So I've got Yep in the room, raring to go, ready to looking to make it 3 wins out of 3. But can anybody stop Yep from winning races? But there can only be one answer. So, and that's who we have out at the moment. So we've got Yep, who was also in the Williams Renault livery from 1994, from the mid-90s, along with his Williams teammate TJ as well, who is the host of his Formula One World Championship. So let's get out to the track and get some laps in. And just a little something for those of you who are just tuning in. Thank you all so much for reaching me to get 100 subscribers on YouTube, and having worked through the week, through the nights, and staying fit in the gym and investing myself, just to enjoy doing such chilled hobbies, especially playing on Gran Turismo with through week in, week out, and I cannot thank you all enough, for your support. And so here's to the next step. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing, and hopefully a good result to add to it also. So we shall see how the race unfolds. So I'm going to be carrying the McLaren team in the absence of Shadow, who finished second last time out by the skin of the teeth on the last lap, which I had to play a team game, for sure, just to allow because he allowed me to go and overtake him, to see what I could do in the first run of the stint before the round of pit stops. And then you also have Shadow too, who obviously came back at me, who was on newer tyres at the time, and then obviously he managed to hold off TJ for second place. So going around to the end of the Kemmel Straight about 180 mile an hour, so maybe a little quicker when we also got the wind that you have to bear in mind also, as the winds are currently pointed to the southwest at 5.4 miles per second, something like that, if that's what M4/S stands for. giving it full beans while coming out of the no-name corner. Don't want to be doing that too often. Maybe a little bit of lack of concentration, but it's all they practice. And the last thing you want is the dirty tyres like to go into your and then going too wide there also, and just you have to be precise with the grip levels and the ability and the mechanical grip and etc etc. So you have all these things to think about if you were to push just to get a completely good lap also. And once the qualification and the race session gets underway, then you'll have the curse system, which obviously gives you a bit of a boost as well. And what that does too is drink a bit more fuel also. So I've done some studying with the one tire compound, which obviously it's going to be just to stay consistent for as long as possible, and of course keep your nose clean and watch out for any back markers also, which obviously they could too play a part with when you have some fast drivers coming out to some slow drivers, and then you want to keep your nose clean through these back markers. So don't want to do that too often. Let somebody by. And there is, yep, the championship leader. So that's one of the places that you don't want to be going off, because you get the track limit violation. So it can make an impact to the qualifying lap as well as the race itself. And yep, just warming his tyres. So he's doing a bit of sparring, just with somebody when it comes to the main race. Getting himself set for what's to come. So there's a 3-minute start as soon as the qualifying gets underway. So we've got 1 minute start, and I'm just about to finish me my practice lap. So Yep's definitely got something on his sleeve. So there's everybody else apart from Eon, who's out in the pits, and there's just Eon who's out on the track. So the qualifying is about to get underway. Good luck, everyone. And let's get down to business. You hope it would rain. You hope it would rain a bit. But a lot could happen, that's for sure. Get the tyres warmed up, get some heat into them. And then Yep's just coming out of the pits in order to get the clear track ahead of him. Oh, TJ's had a moment there. Yeah, so this wind is pointed directly down the south at 5.3 miles an hour, something like that. We're starting to see some lap times coming in. So Owen's got provisional pole momentarily, but there's a long way to go in the qualifying. Oh. Almost lost it through the AstroTurf. So there's a couple of people that's spawned into the pit, so I'm just going to keep going, burn the fuel down. And there's Hippie. So TJ's got put in a 151.3. So he too has been using the curse. Well, I'm just going to use it to when it mattered the most, which is towards the end of the qualifying. And then of course I'll be having a much lighter race car and be able to get a few more turns out of it also. I had to lift off her to avoid spinning it to the AstroTurf. So I'm going to come in at the end of this lap to put on some new tyres and then enable the curse system. So you see, there's a couple of people that's spawned back into the pits in order to regain the curse system. Got somebody joining the room. I've got TJ letting me by. I'm not on a qualifying lap, I'm just about to come in after getting through the bus stop chicane. So I've got loads of space behind me, and then there's just a car that, as you can see on the track mat, that's coming up to the bus stop chicane. So there's 5 minutes of qualifying left to set me my fastest lap time possible. And the wind is pointed directly onto the opposite of the northwest at 5.8 mile an hour. Yep, with a 150.8, that is rapid. Get some heat into the tyres nicely, as the winds are picking up to nearly 6 mile an hour on the northwest. So you just got to get the braking adjusted, having had the wind going directly to the south and to the opposite. Could go wide just a little touch. Two attempts up. Two attempts purple. This could be vital. Just need to get the bus stop chicane together. Oh, come on! More like it. Pole position for now. But it's up to the Williams drivers of Yep and TJ to try and snatch pole off me. Going even faster now. And Jeppe has missed out on pole position by a tenth. Only me who can make an improvement as well. It's going to be close. Missed out of it on the 49, and only just enough to get pole position for the Belgian Grand Prix. Let's go. And just before I forget, 2 secs, I need a toilet break. And I'm back. So we've been given a couple of minutes to choose the tyres. So just before I forget as well, just to double check things. Yep, happy days. So it could well rain. So obviously a lot to play for, that is for sure. Oh, Jeppe's left. What has happened to Jeppe? Has he got internet issues? Has he got to go in like change the oil or something? Something has happened to Jeppe. Is it a disconnect issue? It is. Just that, of course. So what will happen then is that we'll have to set the grid there manually. So just in case I had to take a screenshot if needs be. So obviously Jeppe has been disconnected through no fault of his own. So whether he's able to go and re-enter the race whilst lining up behind me, that is going to be a huge hole for Jeppe having 2 race wins at the start of the season. So we'll just have to assess the situation and go from there. So yeah, it looks like he's got it back, just one bar off. So the host of it will declare the Oh, is this starting?
And then we'll get back in. Okay. So the race isn't starting. So we'll get him back in, boys. I don't want to jig around the settings of the video. That's what I might as well. Yeah, I'm talking about one. Yeah, if someone gets the screenshots in the Discord, that'll be useful. So thank you for the likes, everybody. If you're enjoying the time, please smash the like button.
Apologies for that for those who are just tuning in.
There we go.
So just as the usual, only thing that they could do with like is the qualification to be taken away, and then because some of these sent in the grid results for the Belgium Grand Prix, then obviously we'll go from there. So if you can enter, so we can. What's going to happen is that we're going to have to enter. And then, of course, we're just waiting for Yep to return if he can return without any issue. And what will happen from there is that once everyone takes in, which gives the host the chance to manually set the grid. Just before we forget as well, medium tyres. So Yep's back in the room, so it's all good. So yeah, apologies for those who are watching the delayed start. So we're just waiting for Hippie and Yep to tick in. So Hippie's gone in his car. So any moment now that the grid should be... Oh, Lost has left the room. Something has happened. I don't know what was going on. So Lost is saying in the TJ's chat that that he won't be able to race for whatever reason. So any moment now we should get the Belgium Grand Prix underway. So obviously I've got the two Williams drivers behind me. That is Yep and TJ. Oh. Here we go. We got there in the end. Apologies for the delay, everyone. And so we're about to begin round 3 of TJ's Formula 1 World Championship. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Good luck, everyone. Let's get straight to it. Lights out and away we go. We've got Yep behind me too in the slipstream as we'll go up to the through Eau Rouge onto Radion. Then on the Kettle Straight. We're safely through the first couple of sectors. Oh! There was a slight lag glitch as well, so I've got to be mindful of that one too. Oh, Yepper's on the left! Yepper's left! This is crucial! This is crucial for the championship! Having had a servers disconnection issues with his internet, and all of a sudden for it to be out of the race, this has changed the dynamic of the motor race, big style. Oh my goodness me! After like all the troubles that they had just before we got the race going, and all of a sudden in the first lap of the motor race, Yep is out of the motor race. What a shame! What a shame! Having won 2 races on the bounce with a fastest lap each to his name, and all of a sudden the internet disconnections is the last thing that a driver wants once you're in contention to win the championship. So there's myself in the race lead for McLaren, Owen in second for Ferrari, we've got Drubit in the Red Bull in third, TJ in fourth for Williams, and then we've got Dart Markham in the Renault in fifth, Hippie in the Red Bull for sixth, and then we've got full sender in Nigel Mansell's 93 year with Go IndyCar race. So wow, drama at the first lap. After all the issues that Yet faced, and all of a sudden the reliability has could prove to be a crucial point of the championship through no fault of his own, having been on the pace. So I got Eon in the Ferrari behind me too, so I just got to keep my nose clean, get the strategy together, and then jobs are good. Trying to break the toe off Eon. Had to be super mindful with the fact that that there is a bit of glitch in there also, which I have to be sure that I keep my nose clean, because otherwise the last thing we're going to need is some damage, which will compromise the race and a chance of winning the race. So I believe that Eon's on the soft tyres, and so too Never mind, because I've just had a quick peep on TJ's stream that he's on the mediums, so Eon must be on the opposite strategy, I would imagine. I might be wrong, but we'll see how the motor race pans out. Almost hit the wall there. No rain around as well. So I've got Alex who's left the room. I wonder if he's having the issues with his servers. And somebody else is retired too, and that I believe it's somebody else also. So we're down to 5 drivers now. So we've got Eon in the Ferrari in first position. And then we've got TJ Alakaba, who's also out of the race. Something has gone off too. And TJ's out of the race, so what has he got to put? Oh. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Oh, it's just... So that, of course, about the host has ended, and obviously with a few cars like him, and then obviously it's just, oh, it is what it is, isn't it? So, really apologies to those like who were just tuning in to watch me race, and yeah. Just would have thought that we were looking set like him to make most of the opportunity. You know, just to get a good race result when it mattered, and yeah, so it is what it is, isn't it? Don't worry, TJ. You know, it's just it's one of them. Like, you know, it's just because at the end of the day, that we're doing all we can, like, just to work together, you know, and investing like in what is turning out to be an interesting championship, and where you have when you have like two legendary teams up there, and then. Fair enough. I mean, obviously, I note against you, like, no problem. Note against you. It's just that it's just like one of those things that where obviously that well, I highly respect you, like, well, so much, like, you know, to put in the Formula One championship together, and and of course to make it as like good as it gets, and then obviously with a few people like on the occasion also, it's. You know, that it's just like one of those things that where, you know, there was going to be like a point where like some people will just like come and go, and then obviously like as you know, like by me, as you'll know me like by now, that I'll just like show up and like from the moment we begin the first race of the season, like to the last race of the season. No problem there, TJ. No problem at all. And thanks for running the championship, and. It's been like a pleasure regardless on the spectacle of the whole championship. It's just that well, it is what it is, isn't it? So but yeah, that's so I'm gonna open the 4-star roulette ticket and see what I get. Better Dosh. I'll take that. I'll take that. And then we go off to the Escapes movies and draw close about what is one of the races where obviously that with a few people, and obviously we had a driver who obviously had some reliability issues with the internet argument and so on, and that, of course, it's well, we don't know, we could like, you know, just to get the driver or to back him into the grid, and to be sure that we manually set it, and that, of course, which is what all we've done. And then once we get into the first lap, then all of a sudden I saw some heavy glitching from someone, and all of a sudden the championship contender, of course, who's been disconnected like in the first lap, which I thought, excuse me, there's a chance that I could get some solid points, and Eon is just well, I'm sure that he was on the soft tires there for sure, and then yeah, so. Yeah, something, and obviously it's like well, with any series, like in particular, there's always going to be like some people that may like show up and may not show up, and then so obviously at the end of the day, they said like what we want to do is just like just to enjoy it as it is, and then all of a sudden it's just like people that feel like. I don't want to be like so judgmental like about on these things, but something like it will just obviously have their own choices, like just to do whatever they're gonna do, and if you got some important things to do in real life, and then I highly respect that. It's not a problem at all. Yeah, and then so. And obviously, it's like when I'm competing in one of the league championship races, as like about the Lamborghini GT3 series, that the championship's been close, like about from the first 6 rounds of the 10-rounder season, and all it took was the one championship contender to not even like show up, like because the championship contender was away with work, and I don't even blame the individual, not against him. It's just that it's just one of those things where you just like get into like what will be kind of attitude. And then I was, and then it's in my hands to go on the quest to win the Lamborghini GT3 series also. But it's the last thing that I would need. As I said, that to me, it's just a service disconnection or whatever like issue it may be, and then. Obviously, that of course I just need to be sure that just get the job done and move on, and that's the sort of like a mentality that you're gonna have to, just to keep going until something happens. Which obviously, there've been like times where I've enjoyed like about some championships in the past where I got one person or two like showed up like about every race possible, week in week out, getting themselves ready like about for the task in hand. Which is what we wanted to see, but yeah. So next time I'll be streaming is tomorrow evening for the finale of Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship, where we're witnessing Clay Jacks, who is leading the championship by 10 points ahead of Shadow GT. In 2 separate car manufacturers, where you have Clay Jacks in the Honda, and then you have Shadow in the Vauxhall. And there's also a little battle like for myself, where I've got third place to fight for, which is to beat Maticake. So that, of course, I've got that goal to focus also. Having missed out to 2 meetings of the British Touring Car Championship, having had other commitments elsewhere. So, but yeah. We'll see how that goes also. And likewise, for those who obviously will subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me journey through the highs and so on. And thank you all so much for getting me to reach the 3-figure marker also. And I couldn't have done it without you, boys and girls. Really appreciate it. So if you like the content, hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. And on that note, I'm going to cut short. I'm going to pack my bounce. And I'll catch you tomorrow, buddy. And thanks for running the lobby. And all the best to you as well. And that note, I'll catch you all in the next one when I return to the next episode. Take care. Peace. Thank you. And bye-bye. Ta.